Hey guys, what's up? How are you? Hope you guys are having an amazing one today. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Jarrell, and in today's video we are going to be trying the new Hourglass Skin Tint, and I did get mine in the shade 10, so we are going to be trying it, and it is a little bit late. I'm not gonna lie, I started a little bit later than what I normally do. It is 2:51 in the afternoon right now. I am filming other videos, and as you can see, I do have some really nice colorful, like super glittery eyeshadows because it is a McGrath season with her new palette coming up. But for this video, the one that you're watching right now, it is going to be for Hourglass, and we are going to be doing a wear test. Again, it is a little bit later than usual, so I am going to try my hardest to wear this as long as I can, and let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and of course like this video because that definitely helps out my channel so much. And you can also click on the little bell that will notify you whenever I upload a new video, which is every single week. And without further ado, let's get on to the video. Alright, so this is new from Hourglass. This is the Voile Hydrating Skin Tint Foundation, and it does retail for $49. Again, I got mine in the shade 10. It does have a shelf life of 12 months, and it's made in Italy. I'm going to use this primer also from Hourglass, and this one is the Airbrush Primer, and I'm just going to do this side right here. The pump on my primer actually is not working, so I did have to like open it up. But that's okay, we're just going to go with it. So this is definitely a little bit more on the mattifying side. I am oily to combination, just in case you're new to my channel. I do have some sunspots here that I like to cover, but it's okay if they do show through. That is okay. I like my skin actually showing through just because it looks like real skin. I do have some discoloration around my mouth that I do like to cover, but if the foundation or the skin tint that I'm using is not doing it for me, then I go in with concealer, and I usually do just because I do have some darkness under my eyes as well. So let's go ahead, and now that the primer has been on for a little bit, start with the application of the Hourglass Skin Tint. Again, this is in the shade 10. It does have a little protection here. I am going to link everything down below in the description area just in case you guys are interested. So now I'm going to use my fingers, and I do feel like this shade, it's a little bit neutral for me, and I always have such a hard time finding the right shade when it comes to Hourglass, just because the shades do run like different for me. Sometimes I get too olivey of a shade, sometimes it's too warm. I have never really been able to find the right shade in Hourglass, and that's something that, you know, doesn't really make me happy just because I always have to either combine it or just make it work. Adding the skin tint with my fingers is actually working out really nice just because I can just work it in, and it's doing a really nice, giving me that like perfected look. Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, but okay, yeah. So now I'm going to go in with a sponge. I'm going to add it to this side right here, and this is the side that I do not have any primer or anything like that. So let me just add a little bit more of the skin tint on the back of my hand. The description for the color for this skin tint is a medium with a neutral undertones. It also highlights that it's vegan, it's a radiant finish, long wearing, light coverage, hydrating, and it's cruelty free. It also says that it's a lightweight skin tint that boosts moisture levels by up to 52% for a dewy glow, and provides a sheer veil of coverage for comfortable all-day wear. So that is what it says. I am still working out of the back of my hand, and I do feel like it's a little bit more glowing on the side where we do not have the primer. It is giving me a really nice coverage as well. I can still see my skin peeking through for sure, because again, this is not a full coverage foundation, it is a skin tint, but it's giving me a really nice, beautiful, like kind of everyday coverage. Now with this eye look, it might look a little bit off, but we're still going to make it work because I only have today to film. I cannot film until next Tuesday, and today is Thursday, so we are just going to, you know, go with it. Here we have the Hourglass Skin Tint on this side where we do not have any primer, and here we have it on top of primer. Upon first application, like I've mentioned, I really like this side right here just because it's giving me a really nice glow, and I absolutely love that, especially because my skin has been looking really dull lately, and glowiness is what I am craving, what I am reaching for. Now this side looks really nice and even. When it comes to the coverage, I do feel like it's giving me a little bit more coverage on this side, and it could be just because I added the primer, but nonetheless I like how it just evened out my skin tone, and it also took a little bit of the redness as well, which is really nice. And I don't feel like it's emphasizing any of the texture that I do have on my skin. Like on my pores, it actually looks really nice, like they're not being emphasized, which is always so good and already a plus. So I am going to add the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back to you guys so I can show you the final look and we can start the wear test process. All right, so I am going to use my little tiny Hourglass concealer, and this one might be a little bit too light. I might have to mix it with something, but we'll see. That concealer was way too light, but all right, let's make it work. Alright guys, so here is how the skin looks after applying all of the makeup. So here is with the primer, and here is without the primer. Alright guys, so it is at 3:43 in the afternoon. I am going to go about my day. I do have to film one more video, and then I am going to be checking with you guys throughout the day. So let's go ahead and do that. Hey guys, so it is 7:30 at night. I went to pick up my kids. We came back, we ate. I have been editing, just taking care of the house a little bit, not too much just because I've been editing a video. But here is how the foundation actually looks. It's pretty light outside still. I still have to put my toddler to sleep and make a little bit of a meal for my kids before they go in for the night, which is like in a couple of hours. But again, here is the primer side, and here is with no primer. I mean, the makeup's still looking really nice, but yeah, that's it. I'll check back with you guys later on. All right guys, so it is about 9:15 at night right now. I finished with the little one, and he is moving from my toddler's bed to a bigger bed and actually moving to my son's room. So they're going to be sharing, the boys are going to be together. My daughter is getting her room back. So it's a longer process because he's not used to sleeping in a big bed. So he wants me to just hang out with him. Anyway, I am here. I'm still editing some other videos that I did today. I filmed a lot today. I feel very proud of myself, but I feel overwhelmed because I do have so much content that I need to edit and post. But anyway, we are here for the foundation. Jarrell, keep it together. Here we have the foundation on this side where we did add the primer. And here we have with no primer. And let me tell you, I actually looked at my skin in the bathroom while I was giving him a bath, and it looks so beautiful. But at the same time, I really haven't been doing much. So I'm thinking that I'm going to wear this foundation again tomorrow, or this skin tint again from Hourglass tomorrow, and keep you just updated in a pinned comment, just so you guys can really know exactly how it worked, because I think I'm going to be doing more stuff tomorrow since my little one does not go to daycare. He stays with me. So he keeps me busy. I keep myself busy as well. But yeah, I am liking it. I'm not going to lie. It is beautiful. If you are constantly inside an office, or if you are, just want to take it to work, you're not going to be outside. Again, because I haven't really tested it out to see how it's going to be outside. But inside, oh my goodness, I am loving my skin. Like absolutely loving my skin. Even in the like really ugly lighting from a bathroom, looked so beautiful. So far so good. I am again going to wear it for a little bit longer, and then I'll check back. All Alright guys, so it is 10:18 right now in the evening, and I went ahead and applied just some lip gloss. Nothing has been retouched, so let's go ahead and just take a quick look at the skin. And here we have the side where we add the primer, and here is the side where we do not have any primer. So let's go ahead and talk about my first impressions on the Hourglass Veil Hydrating Skin Tint. And I gotta say that this is so amazing. I almost did not pick it up because I'm like, you know, how great could it be? It is fantastic. I am so in love with my skin right now. I really do like it with the primer, just because I feel like my skin, it actually looks a little bit more put together when it comes to the makeup. I do feel like there's a little bit of patchiness here, but it could also be from my kids just putting their heads here on my face, hugging me and all of that, and maybe also me resting on this side of my face. But it is a little bit more patchy here where I do not have any primer. I do really like this side because again, it's really nice and smooth. You can still see the blush that I used from earlier today. The skin is definitely looking a little bit oily. There is no texture being emphasized whatsoever. The skin feels really nice and hydrating. It's not breaking apart. There's no separation happening. There's a little bit of skin tint right here missing, or maybe a little bit also of the concealer right here, so there's a little bit of redness peeking through. And the same thing around my nose, but that is totally normal with any foundations, whether it's a skin tint or a foundation. I absolutely love that it's not emphasizing any of the lines that I do have on my forehead. It is settling into this, like this line right here that I do have whenever I make that expression. I do have a really nice line here, but it's not too much. And the pores are actually looking okay between my brows. They are not super blurred like they are right here, but they are not offensive whatsoever. I mean, again, the skin is looking really nice and hydrating. It feels really nice and hydrating. I also feel like I am a little bit too oily for my liking on the center of my face, just because my oils have come through. I do have my powder here. I just want to see how this skin tint is able to retouch. Alright, so here is how the skin looks after adding a little bit of powder, just, you know, soaking up a little bit of the oils that I have in the center of the face. But I really do like it. I really do like this side right here where I do have the primer, just because everything looks a little bit more smoother, especially right here. It just looks really nicer comparing it to this side right here that looks a little bit patchy. I am definitely going to be talking about this skin tint in my speed review, so stay tuned for that. So if you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that red button and subscribe to my channel. But yeah, that is it for this video, my friends. That is it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your love, your time, and support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you next time. Bye.